Good day for England.
Yeah, very good. Yeah, we we'd have liked a few more runs this morning. We talked about getting up to 300 being a challenging score, but then, having spoken to our batters last night, we knew it was going to be. We could make it difficult for them to score because it's quite a slow pitch, and if we set the right fields and bowl in the right areas, we could get some rewards, and we did that.
And at times it's quite slow going for Australia, like it was for England. Did you think you had to be very patient for your wickets?
Yeah, there wasn't much there. There was some reverse at some point in the day, but there wasn't really much seam movement or anything else. So we had to work really hard, just stay patient, sort of work with the guy at the other end and try and, we're all trying to bowl maidens and just bowl dots, and as boring as it sounds, that was the way to go on that pitch, and it worked well for us.
And aside from stating the obvious, to get the one wicket and then for the batters to really get England a healthy lead, that'll put you in a really strong position. That's a challenge ahead, I guess.
Definitely, yeah. It's going to be difficult for us. We've seen how difficult it is to score on there, and it might be slow going for us tomorrow. But if we get stuck in, hopefully we can get a reasonable lead.
Chris Rogers was asked actually how he thought the wicket might be, say day 4 or 5. Do you get a sense that it will be tricky to bat on last up, and that you can really sort of make inroads then?
Yeah, there's not much sign of it changing really. I think it'll be, there might be a little bit more spin by the end out of the footholes, but apart from that, it's going to be pretty similar all 5 days, I reckon.
James, you've been used to days like that in the recent past, but there have been precious few of them on this trip. Just how much of a relief and how good does it feel to actually have a day like that?
Well, yeah, like you say, it's been days like that have been few and far between on this trip, and we're just really hungry to get something out of this tour, and I think we showed that today. I thought we fielded, well, most of the other guys fielded pretty well all day. I thought we dived around a lot, we chased everything. I thought Cookie set really good fields. We bowled to those fields, and it was a really complete performance.
And just wanted to ask about having a kind of a 4-man pace attack with Ben Stokes there. Now, how much kind of pressure does that take off yourself and Stuart and Brez to be able to kind of rotate the 4 of you, perhaps like it was when Fred was playing?
Yeah, it does take a lot of pressure off, or certainly limits the number of overs that we bowl. We don't have to bowl 20 plus in a day. It keeps us a lot fresher. And so having someone like that in the team is fantastic. Great for the balance, and certainly with his talent as well, it really helps.
You got your rewards for good bowling today, but just you personally, how much do you think you've done that much differently today, or better today, than you did through the rest of the series, really?
Nothing. I felt terrible today. I didn't have any rhythm, and I'm sure I make a lot of the highlights, either 4 or a wicket. So I felt really frustrated at times, but I thought the other guys bowled brilliantly. Broady especially, outstanding again. So hopefully tomorrow we can finish them off quickly.
Conversely, you didn't get your rewards for the rest of the series, but did you feel you bowled?
Yeah, I felt all right throughout the series. Obviously, the frustrating thing's not getting the ball swinging as much as we would have thought, and there's not been as much seam movement as there was last time we were here. But that's by the by. I thought I bowled reasonably well, but just no rewards for it.
I mean, since Trent Bridge, you probably haven't got quite as many wickets as you'd have liked. I mean, how do you assess the last few months for you, and how much of a relief was today to get back in the wickets?
Like I said, I feel like I've been bowling okay. I just not been getting the rewards, and I worked really hard in between games, certainly before this game as well, checking my seam position, am I in the right place to swing it, am I hitting the right lengths and everything like that, just trying to make sure everything's in order going into the games, and hopefully if I can keep working as hard, then I'll get some rewards in the future.
Jimmy, you mentioned trying to get to 300 to set up a good lead. It looked like Kevin Peterson was trying to get there in about 3 overs. What was going on there, do you think?
I'm not sure. You have to ask Kev about that. But yeah, I mean, he obviously felt that was the right way for him to go this morning. And I think we still, the lower order, still try to get stuck in and get us up to as high a score as we can. And I think to get up to 250 now looks like a pretty decent effort. So hopefully, second innings we get stuck in again.
Saw a picture of Stuart Broad's foot. Looked incredibly sore. Are you able to give us any insight into the sort of pain he might have been in bowling, the sacrifice he's made in the last few days?
No, not really. You have to ask him. I think he's, it does look uncomfortable, but he's coping very well with it. Being a brave little soldier and taking painkillers, and done a great job for us today. And thankfully, he's fit enough to play for us.